Are less than 5 minutes away. The Dow is on the precipice of history. It's about to make its 41st record close of this year, the biggest day since November of 2022, and zeroing in on its fourth largest daily point gain on record. So right now we're up 1,510 points for the Dow. Big gains everywhere, but we haven't yet addressed the Russell 2000. Look at the gains for the little guys, the small and mid caps, up about 5 1/3% at the moment. No, that's transports, 5.7% for the Russell 2000. As we round out the close, that's something Jason Katz of UBS wants to talk about, along with Dryden Pence, the CIO of Pence Wealth Management. Great to have you both. Jason, the Biden administration, as we look at what's going on, can take credit certainly for at least 40 of these big records for the Dow and 47 records for the S&P. But are you surprised by this outsized reaction today?
I'm not. I think that there was a disproportionate amount of investors that were caught off sides here. And I think that a lot of that cash is rushing into the market right now.
Because Donald Trump looks like he'd be friendlier to business, correct?
Tax friendly, take a hatchet to spending in the government friendly, you name it. The entrepreneurial spirits have awoken the animal spirits.
Regulatory release, Dryden. If you look at the Biden administration and Lena Khan, who has been the top regulator over mergers and acquisitions, they have stymied so many of them. I mean, we could put up a whole bunch of them and show you how many mergers and acquisitions have been shut down by this administration. And you look at today, these were the deals that were delayed or blocked by the FCC just recently. Tapestry and Capri Holdings. Nope, not allowed. Albertsons, Kroger. Some of these are still in play. Amazon gave up on iRobot because they said, you know what, there's just going to be a big no from the government. That said, today you look at two stocks. Capital One Financial trying to merge with Discover Financial. Both of those stocks are roaring higher. What do you expect when it comes to mergers and acquisitions? And is that a good thing for shareholders, but also consumers?
I think it is a good thing for shareholders and consumers because it allows capital flow freely into areas that are expanding over time. And when you take a look at development of AI, companies that need to be bought, capital that needs to be moved around, when you open up the freedom of capital to do that, you get better results over time. So it's all these companies that need to get this done so they can be better aligned, better profitability, better for consumers and better for investors.
Okay, except for oil and gold right now, which are both pulling back. Jason, what would you be buying today?
So on this theme of M&A, you have to look to small caps, which are generally the target of M&A. You have to look at banks. Look at small cap banks in particular. So I'd be focused on small caps. I'd be focused on industrials with the America First reshoring. It's really a buy everything rally with the exception of what? Solar.
Yeah, and gold. Yeah, the green energy. Yeah. But interestingly enough, Dryden, green energy did extraordinarily well under Donald Trump, while fossil fuel stocks did much better under Biden versus Trump. So it's really hard to tell. What would you be purchasing right now?
I think, interestingly enough, I think one of the things we like is a company like URI because we've got to rebuild the infrastructure in this country, and they rent equipment. They're dominant in that marketplace. We've got $500 billion that we're spending on roads and bridges. So in the small cap and mid cap space, we think that they're a dominant player. And with that much money being spent, we've got to rebuild all our roads and bridges. They're going to be dominant in that space. And then also you're going to see with all of the mergers and acquisitions, you're going to see a lot of the smaller AI companies. You're going to have this feeding frenzy and gobble up. So it's kind of an all of the above in that kind of space as you move forward.
Well, here comes the closing bell and the much talked about Federal Reserve meeting, which kicked off today. We get the announcement tomorrow. Do not miss this show.